So, episode number 9 of Pupil of the Wise Man was actually pretty good. Now, there is one specific glaring fact that kind of really stood out to me that really annoys me, but I'm going to touch on that towards the end of the video, so stick around for that. But this episode 9 of Pupil of the Wise Man, was actually really good. So, this involved MIRA or Gandalf, whatever you want to call it, but I'll call her MIRA. This involved MIRA going on another mission for 𝐒𝐼𝐺𝐻. And this mission was to go to the Grand Tree, World Tree, because they're in search of a specific person, another one of the wise men, another one of the players in the game, and they have an idea of where he might be, but they're going to go seek out the refuge or the help, assistance of the spirits that control the forest. So they're gonna go seek out the Grand Tree or the tree, whatever the hell it's called, the tree spirits. And they end up going there. And well, she ends up going there, and on her way there, she finds a specific fortress that is very near the tree. Because she kind of definitely undershot how long it would take her to actually get to the tree. And because the tree was so grand, so large, and so big, it looked like, like those huge mountains that looks like you can touch it. But it took her hours and hours to get there, 3 to 8 hours, something ridiculous. So she ended up having to take a break at one of the encampments, one of the buildings there one of the fortresses there. And when she took fortress and refuge there, she found out that they were coming across some very destructive monsters that were attacking the fortress, and essentially monsters that typically don't attack those specific areas were finding their way here. So she immediately comes upon a girl who was severely injured and poisoned, and she found out that the poison was from a monster that doesn't live around that area, and she was very curious about that. She ends up summoning a white snake that's a doctor to fix her, and gains some of the trust of the people there because of what she did, because she basically summoned like a very high-level healing monster, essentially, for her evocation magic. So I really enjoyed all of that. I also enjoyed seeing that the girl that was poisoned there meant a lot to one of the other dudes that ended up being there. And during her time there, she also took notice of another dude who was kind of like like the Flash, who was just kind of like beaming everywhere as he was repairing the fortress. And she looked very curious upon him, but he didn't take up arms when they went to go fight the monster. So they ended up going to fight the monster. Obviously, you guys saw it. They fought the silverback monster. They won. She came back, and she spoke to that same dude, which I'll touch on in a moment. And then towards the end of the episode, she finally makes her way to the Grand Tree, and she talks to the spirits, and they want her to pee on them, which is ridiculous. I actually really laughed at that part. The fact that it was just so... even I was like, yo, what? They want you to do what? And I was like, yo, I guess you got to give a part of yourself before you leave. It's very odd, but regardless, I found very... I was greatly entertained by that premise. So overall, I think this is one of the better episodes out of the 9 episodes so far of the Pupil of the Wise Man, and I actually enjoyed it more than I have other episodes. Although I will admit, last episode with the time with her maid was really cute as well. And the beginning of this episode, obviously, she didn't know how to put her underwear on her maid, and the other girl, I forget what the other girl's name is, little wizard mage girl. She had offered to teach her on how to do that as well. So I enjoyed the first part of the episode. I really enjoyed the last part because they were both drastic, what the F moments, which I really enjoyed, and then the in between was pretty good as well. So let's talk about the one glaring thing out there. So the dude who is a repairer, or he is a welder. She noticed, obviously there's something different in him, and she straight up asked him, like, hey, you were a player, weren't you? He's like, yup, I was. He's like, but I'm not suited for combat, kind of thing, right? That's my problem right there. So Well, actually, there's two problems that I have, and I've been telling you guys too. Like, obviously, the anime is not great, but we're here to be critical of it. We're here to review it and say what's great about it, which I thought was all the cuteness, everything we got. But what wasn't great was, that whole scene there is obviously dude's a player. She she has found out nothing so far of what the hell happened to her, right? She found out nothing, and she comes across a player. She didn't ask him, how long have you been there? How long have you been a player? How did you get here? Did you die? Did you get reincarnated? What were you doing when you last played the game? When you were playing the game, what do you remember from the server's ending? What was the last thing that you did before you landed in the game? How long, with you being here for however many years, what have you discovered so far? Have you encountered other players? Like, there's a scroll log of questions that she could have asked this dude, but all she asked him was, "You're a player? Oh, what type? Oh, okay, thank you for your time." And as a viewer and as a critic, but as a viewer, it's very frustrating because you want to find more about this world that she has now found herself in, reincarnated in, or whatever, and we just simply haven't got that. And that is frustrating. The other frustrating piece is the anime, has MIRA doing one thing over and over and over. And again, it dilutes the story because we don't find out what the hell happened. She has been gone, or the game has been gone, whatever, for 30 years now. So 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐿, and the people around him have been there for forever, fighting off wars, doing all kinds of things, right? She has just continually been doing one thing: going to 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐿, getting a quest, completing the quest. Going to 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐿, getting a quest, doing the quest, completing the quest. It's a back and forth. She's doing fetch quests for this one dude over and over and over. Instead of stopping and saying, I can't do that, I need to go find out more about what happened to us. I need to go find other players. There's so many things that she could do, but she just doesn't do it. And it makes it frustrating as a viewer of the anime, and maybe the source material never touches on that. Maybe it's supposed to just be this, like, cutesy little thing. And if that's so, that tends to be why the anime probably sucks a little more than it does, or than it should. But regardless, that's kind of what we got. So those are my frustrations with it, is fetch quest, and when we discover players, we discover nothing about them. And that's very frustrating to me. All right, I'm going to leave you guys on those thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about this anime episode in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about everything. And my friends, I will see you guys next week for episode number 10. All right.